This is Abia COVID-19 update. Abia COVID-19 update.
Well, I've got more update for you nationally. I'm talking about Nigeria and also Abia State later on the show this morning. But let's talk education, especially as far as the state is concerned. There are some protocols put in place by the national body, the Presidential Task Force on COVID-19, and of course, the Abia State Interministerial Committee on COVID-19 has put in place by the governor of the state. And we have a member of that committee very much in the studio this morning to tell us what the government is doing to ensure that the students are to resume properly while following all those protocols put in place by the government. It is Abia State COVID-19 update.
This is Abia COVID-19 update. Abia COVID-19 update.
Now, this morning, like I told you, we're looking at education as far as Abia is concerned, concerning this new variant of COVID-19 and the fact that we need to stay safe. Not only staying safe, we need to keep our pupils and, of course, our children safe as they are resuming to end, of course, to finish the term they started last year. We have joining us in the studio the Honorable Commissioner for Education in Abia State, Dr. Kalenechi Owangwa. Doctor, I got your name correctly this time around. Yeah, unlike the last time, my mother did.
Yeah.
So it took a lot of practice, anyways.
Thank you.
I'm happy. So let's begin. Pupils in Akwa Ibom State, Rivers State, and Sokoto State went back to classrooms yesterday. This is in spite of the federal government's directive that all schools should remain closed till January 18. And I came across that press release from your office. That was over the weekend. That schools in Abia State are to resume on the 11th of January 2021. You're talking about the public and primary, nursery, primary, and secondary schools in Abia State for the continuation of the first term of 2020-2021 on Monday, January 11, 2021. I want you to reiterate that statement. And have you dotted your I's and crossed your T's to ensure that it is safe to return to classrooms?
Thank you very much, and Happy New Year to everyone. We are very glad. So many things happened, in the last year, and a lot of things happened to the academic calendar. So we finally vacated after just 7 weeks, and we need about 5 weeks to get at least 12 weeks for a term. So, but Nigeria is a federation. Why the federal government is talking about 18th was not saying that will apply to everybody. And of course, you can see that states are fitting into it according to what, how ready they are. For us here in Abia State, we are ready because we set a lot of things in motion. We got the schools fumigated, disinfected. We also got the hand washing stations, the thermometers, the sick bay, the isolation centers, and then we put some guidelines about how schools will run so that we will do our best to clear this, making sure that the students will have their face masks and will be using the sanitizers, and then try to maintain distance. The distance area, because of that, we have to give short guidelines as saying that we're not going to have general assembly where all the students will have to gather in the morning, but this time they will go into their classes and then have the prayers in the classes. We also said we're not going to have school organized sports, whether it is organized or unorganized. We're going to, all those will wait for now, because we by the time they are playing, you cannot talk about the distance and all the rest of that. So we have put in place a lot of things. And if you listen to that, by the time you read that release, you see that we made it very clear that all those guidelines and protocols already in place should be maintained by every school head. And we are also ready to go out to see. In fact, as it is, as we're going out visiting them, We will also like to see whether there are some places where we see their needs, and once we have those, we have made provision to meet those their needs to make sure that the school environment will be safe for our children.
Do you think it is right to return to classrooms, Honorable Commissioner?
It is right.
It is right, and it is timely.
It is right and timely.
Now, we're talking about a new variant that we don't even understand how the virus is behaving as it stands now, and some parents are laying their fears that why don't you allow these kids to stay at home till we have an idea of what is happening?
I don't know. I don't know where you got that particular information, because I know that many parents know that the children have stayed at home for a long time and they want them to go back because they know what that is also meaning to the children, their behavior and everything. So if there are some maybe very few cases where some parents are thinking that the children should stay back, from the studies we have had, we have more people asking for these children to come back to school. But be that as it may, the most important thing is that we are not just asking them to go back to school.
Okay.
We have put guidelines, we have put some protocols in place that school administrators, school head proprietors should make sure that they keep to and maintain. So if we do this, we will continue to have a safe environment for our children. Of course, whether we have talking about the new strain or the former one, the precautions in place, so the precautions are the same, and we are hoping that if we go on with the precautions that are already in place, we will still be protected.
Interesting. Well, we're talking about the education, and it's very important. Let me just bring this in, although it's not relating to coronavirus. Doctor, permit me. That was late last year. The national body, they threatened and they said, well, we will shut down schools in Abia State because you've not been able to fulfill your own part of some agreements made. I'm talking about the national body of the Nigerian Union of Teachers. They say, well, we're shutting down the schools in Abia State, both secondaries and primary schools, until you fulfill those agreements. I'm sure you're aware of that threat by the national body. What are you doing? Have you finally settled with them?
I will answer that question by saying we have every reason
okay,
to thank the governor of this state, Dr. K.C.K, for what he has done. In fact, releasing 3 months salaries within a short time and then promising to release more is good enough. So the governor has done a lot, and we are very, very happy. And I also know that while the threat was going on there, all of who we are all concerned, but we want to thank the governor who intervened. And
so it's been sorted.
Yes,
now.
been sorted.
So
yes.
Very 11th of January, no going back.
No, 11th of January,
schools
no
are
going.
resuming in Abia State.
Yes.
But the level of preparedness is another thing. You said the schools have been fumigated. What about the teachers? Are they going to get tested? Are you going to do sort of a sample testing for the teachers and some of those that will be working? The non-teaching staff that will be working in the various schools in Abia State.
Before we reopened November 2, that's when we started the new academic year. Actually, we had to ask the teachers to go and be tested. Many of them were tested. And of course, that presently we have testing stations in all the local government areas. In fact, there are so many places people can go into and be tested. So we are still thinking, many people are, or even on their own, are going and to know their status. So that is being done. It is still available for our teachers to go there. Those who have not been tested to go be tested. And then all the protocols are so well known now that nobody will just wake up and say, we don't know it. We have talked about it several times. We have made provisions and they all know about it. Now that we are talking about reopening, it's just a matter of asking them, look, what you are already doing, keep doing it and make sure that you not only sustain it, but you try to improve on it. And that's exactly where we are.
Interesting. The lines are open now if you want to be part of the conversation this morning. We have Dr. Kalenechi Owangwa very much in the studio, the Honorable Commissioner for Education in Abia State, and he's been answering questions concerning the resumption of public and private schools, both nursery, primary and secondary schools in the state. As it stands now, they are to resume for the continuation of the first term 2020-2021 on Monday, 11th of January 2021. That's next week, Monday. So, but I need to let you know that there is a new variant. Can we call it a variant? yesterday we had a consultant public health physician and one of the specialists working at the COVID-19 isolation center, the treatment center, Tamachara, Dr. Ijoma Onduka, on the program, and she explained the changes in symptoms of the second wave of coronavirus. And she stated that patients presently are presenting asymptomatic situation, and it is extremely contagious. One of the reasons we're begging you to go for test. It's very important. The numbers in Abia are going up every day. We record new numbers, and they're going up. And people are returning from the celebrations, and we're encouraging you to test, especially for those of you that had contact with those who returned from abroad. There are sample collection centers, as highlighted by the Honorable Commissioner here in the studio. We have sample collection centers in all the 17 local government areas in Abia State. Just a snippet of what Dr. Ijoma said yesterday.
When we had the first wave of COVID, there were intense symptoms that we could intervene and say, okay, yes, breathlessness, SpO2 going down. But right now, the presentations we have are very subtle presentations where somebody could have just fever and or no symptoms at all. The next 24 hours, the person is gone. And you have people just coming back from work and they collapse. And then their post-mortem tests will show that they are COVID positive. So the COVID presentations now are extremely very, very asymptomatic. Well, the NCDC, as of last week, said we don't have the new variant of the UK coronavirus in Nigeria yet, but you can't say, because the UK variant might be different from the variant we have here in Nigeria. We need to find out the variant that we have that has changed the symptoms of COVID-19 presentation of the first wave and what we're seeing now at the second wave. We might have our own variant that is different from the UK variant.
This is Abia COVID-19 update. Abia COVID-19 update.
Okay, let's accommodate your calls. 0808 182 6949, 0811 605 2949, and I can take messages both on WhatsApp and of course the regular SMS on 0906 510 8289. We're streaming live visuals on Facebook at www.facebook.com/Flow949FM. Also on Twitter at Flow949FM, so you can watch what is happening live in the studio on those social media platforms. So who is on the line? Good morning to you.
Yeah, very good morning to you, Michael.
Yes, good morning.
Yeah, I still remember Mr. Lastman. I'm calling from Udima here.
All right, what's your question?
Normally, a question also a contribution. You know what? One of these things that makes me to not fully believe that this thing is still real. This high number, these people are raising every minute, every day, up to 1 million of COVID-19 has been reported to this local government, Okay, let's just keep it aside. Like, is it one hospital that all these millions of people are treated? Or,
okay, I don't think I will accept disbelief on the program at this point in time. We're talking about people that are dying. So you're doing yourself disbelief if you think you want to make a case and you call on this program to say the COVID is not real. You're just doing yourself a disbelief. I'm sorry for being rude, but we have to face the fact. Hello, good morning to you.
Good morning, sir.
Yes, good morning. Welcome.
Pastor Sam Atubuko, the one in Asariku, hosting your beautiful office.
Oh, you're welcome.
Thank God for this nice program. But please, if it is possible, appeal to our governor to continue to be humble to receive wise counsel. For many years now, every December, there is tax issue on salary payments, and committees are always being set up to handle salary. The subsequent years, the same thing. Let's pray that this 2021, this problem will be sorted out. One, if the government can tell us the backlog of teachers' salary before he came on board, it will help the people to know, even and appreciate his efforts. But as long as these things are kept secret, and when allocation comes from Abuja, trade union leaders are coming to come and see this. The Abia State Union has been so paralyzed, it cannot act. They are like the toothless good. It now has to take the youth from Abuja to come and win them. It's a very wrong thing. Such a thing should not be happening.
All right, Ali. The Honorable Commissioner will respond to that. That particular threat, and he's reiterating it again.
I think if he is following the trend, he will know that that issue is actually being addressed. Talking about the salaries, a lot was done this December, and a lot will continue to be done. So I don't think it's proper for him to think that, to say that nothing was done, because something was actually done, and people are there as witnesses.
All right. Hello. Good morning to you.
Hello, good morning.
Yes, you're welcome.
This is Victor calling from Vendor.
All right, Victor.
Sorry, I want to ask. The Federal Ministry of Education, they gave an what's it called? An awareness.
A directive
that school are supposed to resume by 18th, and at the State Ministry of Education, the commissioner is telling us that they should resume next week Monday, which is the 11th. My question is this: is the Federal Ministry of Education running a different program to that of Abia State Ministry of Education? Why are they? Because from the Minister of Information, Lai Mohammed, yesterday, he said that he gave the guideline that all school resumption is from 18th. So why is Abia State coming to tell us that school should be resumed by 11?
All right.
Are they running a different schedule to that of the federal government?
All right, Victor. Honorable Commissioner.
Yeah, we are running a federation in Nigeria, and you can see that even some states started on the 4th. Others will start on the 11th, others 18th. The Federal Minister of what they simply did, they just gave an instruction, they give advice. Then you go back and see, how can you, because the total reason is to ensure that the spread of this virus is contained. So if, for example, you can put your own together, you can handle it, there's nothing, it doesn't amount to flouting federal government order, no. What it simply amounts that if you can do it, because every state, like secondary school, primary schools, they are under the control of the state. And so each state can decide to have their own way. That's why some people reopened yesterday, many will reopen on next week, others will reopen on the 18th. So there's no problem with that.
All right. Hello, good morning to you. We lost that. Keep your calls coming. 0808 182 6949 or 0811 605 2949. Nigeria yesterday recorded its highest daily COVID-19 cases as the world continues to battle the virus. The Nigeria Center for Disease Control reported 1,204 new coronavirus infections. And before Monday, that was yesterday, the last highest figure was 1,145 cases recorded on December 12, 2020. With the latest figure now, the total number of cases across the country rose from 90,080 to 91,351. And to those that are still living in disbelief and saying coronavirus is not real, well, I pray you do not catch this virus, and if you catch it unknowingly, you do not transmit it to your loved ones. It's very important. You think it is funny coming here every day to ensure that you stay safe? No, it's not. It's no longer a joke. We have a new variant. We don't even understand how the virus is behaving as it stands now. I mean, the one in Nigeria right now, it has mutated, as confirmed by the consultant public health physician that we interviewed yesterday. Hello, good morning to you. Hello.
Hello.
Yes.
Hello. Good morning.
Good morning to you.
Yeah, my name is Prince Louis.
All right, Prince.
Yeah, I'm calling from Ikwana.
Okay.
Center of Excellence. Good morning, my presenter.
We've got the commissioner here. Yes, go on, please, quickly.
Okay. My question is this. The resumption of school is very good and welcome advice. So, yes, I heard from the commissioner that things have been put in place, like fornicating all the schools. But it's not the way I'm seeing it. Even in Ikwana here, none has been done because rightly I've been in Ikwana for more than 2 months now. And there is a nice development I saw in Iwofe, College of Education in River State. With that one only, the universities, the polytechnics, secondary schools can be sanitized with those ones, and a very good welcome something. And all the schools here, nothing has been done. I have to tell you the truth. Nothing has been done in Ikuano. I am precisely in Ikuano. I've gone round. Each time I come home, I move around all the schools and the hospitals. I visit them what I want. I do the things I'm supposed to do.
Yeah, all right, quickly wrap up your thoughts, Prince.
Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you very much, Honorable Commissioner.
Yeah, you see, before we resumed, we did all of this, and the students just left, not quite. They left around 23rd of December. We are coming back. So you see, the process. What is something already done, and you don't go every day to repeat it, because it's not as just simply the way we have just talked about it. So these things we have done, and the children came back. They are using the place. They just left for Christmas break, and they are coming back to the same school. What we have done subsists, and we are thinking that as far as they will be using the sanitizers, observing the protocols, these things are still in place. So we are not trying to say that this is something we are doing now. We said that's something we have done. Okay. So that's what we.
I want to really appreciate your time on the program this morning, Honorable Commissioner for Education, Dr. Kalenechi Nwangwa, the Honorable Commissioner for Education. Thank you very much for your time on the program.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
You do appreciate it.
This is Abia COVID-19 update. Abia COVID-19 update.